Good afternoon, my fellow residents of the town of Welaka. It's been just 27 days that I have been your mayor, and we've seen a lot that's happened in those 27 days. First of all, let me thank you for allowing me to serve as your mayor. I count it an honor and a privilege to serve you and my entire community. We've lost two great leaders this past month with the death of Mayor Gordon Sands and Councilman Willie Washington. We lost a lot of knowledge in these two great men, and we today stand mourning their loss. But Welaka is strong, and we will move on while we honor their legacy and continue the hard work ahead that we have, continuing to make Welaka the best little community in the state of Florida. When I first became your mayor just 3 weeks ago, I saw that there was a deficiency in the way we communicated and planned in the town of Welaka. I've discovered quickly that there was not a central line of communication that all town workers could use to stay on track, to let each other know what was going on, and to best use our time. I also discovered that there wasn't a clear way to plan future goals and continue the important work that we have to do each day in the town to serve you, the residents of the town of Welaka. The first thing I did was identify a planning program, a whiteboard program that I've loaded onto all of our iPads in the town of Welaka. The town of Welaka has iPads that we use for our water and utility department to read our bills each month. They're used about 1 day to 2 days a month. Other than that, they basically set and they charge each month. I put those iPads to work with a program we put in place that allows us to go out and identify issues and programs and different things that we're doing in the town that we want to better the community with. We're able to create cards, to take photographs, and I'm able to prioritize with each department on what needs to be done first. We also have created a communication program that allows us to communicate within departments one with another to let each other know what's going on. This has greatly streamlined our process when it comes to planning. It's allowing us to work more efficiently, to get more work done. It's helping us with overtime, ultimately saving you, the taxpayer, their dollars. Pennies are important to me, dollars are important to me, and I'll always be a keeper of the purse strings. And it's important to me that everything that we do is that's done in a proper way and that we spend your tax dollars as wisely as possible. This system that we've created is also allowing us to gather important information in the town. We're able to take pictures of streets, of stormwater drains. We're able to identify issues in our parks and begin to prioritize them onto lists. I've had the opportunity in the last couple of weeks to meet with our Board of County Commissioners and with Commissioner Pickens. And some of the information that we are gathering now is going to allow me to sit down with him and to identify important things that are happening in the town that he is committed to helping us with any way that he can. I've also reached out to our Congresswoman, to our state representatives, and we will be meeting with them shortly to see how they can help us and we can help them. I always go to our leaders, whether it be on a county level, a state level, or a federal level, in a spirit of cooperation. We're not simply here to put our hand out to see what we can get, but to say to them, what can we do to help you? You know, we all live in the same town, county, the state. We're all residents together. The people that live in the town of Welaka are also residents of the county of Putnam. So we want to give to Putnam as Putnam gives to us to create that spirit of cooperation. This past week, I even had the privilege of receiving a phone call from the governor's office. His secretary reached out to me and extended Governor DeSantis' hand to help us any way that he can. As we move forward, we have priorities that we wish to seek this month coming into the month of April. In the general maintenance department, we're preparing the parks for the summer months. You know, we have many people that come into Welaka to enjoy the beautiful parks that we have here. And the residents, of course, love the parks, everything from the pickleball to our tennis courts to our 40-acre park. So our general maintenance department right now is planning and preparing our parks. They're dealing with any damage that's taking place in the last few months. They're mowing the grass, they're weed eating, they're edging. They're preparing to make our park something we can be proud of as we come into the summer months. We're also getting ready to start mowing grass again. The grass mowing will take place starting this week, and it will be happening about every 2 weeks. It will get a little shorter as the time goes by. We want to make sure that the town of Welaka is beautiful to the people. I want there to be a clear delineation in the fact that when you come into the town, you can tell just how proud we all are to live here, but how we care for our town. We're also getting ready for storm season. We've gone around the town and identified all the stormwater drains in the town so we can begin to clean those out, to make sure they're flowing properly, to make sure that our ditches are flowing properly. We don't know what the storm season will look like this year, but we want to ensure that our stormwater drains and that all of our drainage in the town is draining properly should we see a major storm in 2021. We have identified issues with our streets, and we're continuing to do so. Part of my information gathering process is to identify the streets in the town and determine the issues with those so that I can go to our Board of County Commissioners and determine which streets belong to Welaka, which streets belong to the county, and how we can partner together to improve our streets. We have some improvements in our utility department that we're working through right now. I've identified that we need an emergency action plan with our utility department. Everything from a damaged line, which creates a boiled water notice, to having to shut down part of our water or sewage system should there become an issue with a storm. We're working on the action plan now that will ensure that our generators are working should we lose power so that water never stops flowing to your home. That is something we'll be working through next month and the following month to ensure that you, the residents, are always cared for. You can ensure that when you turn on your water, that water flows out. And that's an important priority to me than the water and sewer plant. We're also looking at our new automated system that we're bringing online. You saw on Facebook a couple of weeks ago, we posted one of our new towers that's going up at one of our lift stations. This is going to allow us to monitor our lift stations better. It's going to help us to keep an eye on our equipment. It's going to reduce overtime. It's going to extend the life of our equipment. We're starting at lift station 6 because it is such a critical lift station. We're going to be moving out to our vac station in the harbor, to our water and sewer plant, and tying them all together where ultimately our utility department will take their iPads and they'll be able to monitor the entire system and know what's going on 24 hours a day. And again, what it will do is notify us of issues before they become critical issues that could become very costly to the town. We're also working with our chief of police. One of the things that I've identified with the chief is that we need an emergency action plan that we can put in place, a disaster plan, if you will. It could be something small that we're forced to evacuate a small portion of the town. It could be a town-wide evacuation in the event of a storm or a fire. We pray that nothing like that ever occurs, but we must prepare for that. We always say it's better to prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. So we're going to be identifying the best ways to evacuate the town should that ever occur. And the emergency action plan that we're doing, we're going to be working with the American Red Cross and people right here in the community that have volunteered their services in helping us to create that emergency action plan. I am excited because in just a couple of weeks at our first town council meeting in the month of April, on April the 13th, I will be bringing to you our first ever State of the Town address. During that State of the Town address, which will occur at the end of our council meeting that night, I will be sharing with you, the residents of the town, the state of our town. Everything from the financial condition of the town, to what's going on with various grants, to what's happening with various reports. I'm going to be sharing a little bit of what took place in 2020 and our vision of Welaka moving into 2021. I've opened up the Welaka Town Hall. We are now at 50% capacity at our meetings. I encourage you to come out that night and join us as I address both the Welaka Town Council and you, the residents of our town. I'm hoping that this will be something ongoing each year, that mayors, even after I'm gone, will continue the State of the Town address and will continue to give you, the residents of the town, the important information. I have also created a link on the Welaka Town webpage that will allow you to go on and to book a meeting with me, the mayor, So if you have any questions or concerns, I'll be happy to address those. You can go right straight to our webpage. You can click on the button. You're able to pick a time that works best for you. You can book a 15-minute, a 30-minute, or a 1 hour meeting, depending on what it is that you wish to discuss with me. My goal is to be available to you, the residents of the town. So I'm available by phone. I'm also available in the office. Now, you may not always find me here in Town Hall because oftentimes I'm out in the field. I'm talking to our staff. I'm talking to various vendors. I'm meeting with people. I'm talking with our county commissioners and various leaders in the community. So if you come in and I'm not able to reach me at that moment, my town clerk, Jennifer McDaniel, who in my opinion is the best town clerk that I've ever seen, she'll be available and she'll be happy to set an appointment for you to come and speak to me. Because again, like I said, I want to be available to you, the residents of the town of Welaka. Now, as I close out today, again, I want to reiterate what I said at the beginning. It is a privilege and an honor to serve as the mayor of Welaka. I thank you for the trust that you have bestowed upon me, and I promise you we will work hard every day to make Welaka the best little jewel in Putnam County and the state of Florida. May God bless the United States, and may God bless the town of Welaka. Thank you.